Hello, welcome to American School of English Language. Guys, if you have not subscribed my channel, please do it now so you could receive my weekly videos. Let's get continue with the remaining coordinators. Today we're going to talk about yet and so. So let's talk about yet. Guys, what is yet? It confuses a lot of students. What is the difference between but and yet? Let's find out, guys. Yet like but is used to present a contrast, right? Is also like to present a contrast like but. However, there is subtle implication when we use yet that the information is surprising in light of what we already know. That means the contrast should have to be surprising. Like but is for simple contrast, but in case of yet, the information has to be surprising. Surprising like how? Let's look at some examples. Let's, for example, the book was interesting, yet I found it boring, right? So he found the book boring despite being it interesting. So it's a surprising, right? This is the contrast, but this contrast is quite surprising that he found the book boring despite being very interesting. Okay, let's take another example. The movie was depressing yet uplifting at the same time, right? So although the movie was depressing, he found it uplifting. So uplifting means enjoyable, interesting. So that's also a surprising contrast. So guys, you need to pay attention here. The movie was depressing is a clause, right? Independent clause. Uplifting at the same time is a phrase because it's missing the subject, right? So we don't use comma here before yet, right? Because when independent clause is used to join independent class is joined with the phrase, we don't use the comma before the coordinator, right? So yet is used to join an independent class to a phrase. That's you need to remember, guys. Let's take another example. He's a diabetic, yet he continues to eat cakes and biscuits. That's also surprising, right? He keep continue to eat cake and biscuit despite being diabetic. So that information is surprising. Since both are independent classes, we will use comma before the coordinator yet. Let's take another example. Life is full of troubles, yet nobody wants to die, right? This is also surprising. Like, although life is full of difficulties and trouble, but still we love this life, right? That's also surprising. Since both are independent classes, we will use comma before the coordinator yet. Let's take another example. It has poured rain all day. Yet they haven't cancelled the cricket match, right? The cricket matches has not been cancelled despite being the rain all day. So this is also surprising, right? It's a contrast, but it's surprising contrast that they haven't cancelled the cricket match despite the rain all day. Let's take another example, guy. The student loved the teacher, yet they did not like his teaching style. This is also surprising. The student loved the teacher, but they did not like his teaching style. The student did not like his teacher style, but they still loved him, right? Yet they still loved him. This is also surprising contrast. That the student did not like teacher's teaching style, yet they still loved him. This is also surprising. That you don't love somebody, but you still l- like his teaching style. This is surprising. I always borrow books from the library, yet I never seem to turn a page, right? This is also surprising. I borrow books from the library, yet I don't read them. This is also surprising contrast. Let's take another example. Sarah was sick, yet she went to work. So this is also a surprise that she went to work despite being sick. So this is also a surprising contrast. So that's guys yet that information has to be surprising. Like this contrast has to be surprising. But is for simple contrast. Like he did not work hard. He worked hard, but he failed in the exam. That's simple contrast. But yet information has to be surprising. Let's move on to know so. This is the last fine boy, guys. Oh. All right, we got it. Okay, yes. So So it's generally used to join two independent classes. That's why you need to remember it. That is only used to join two independent classes. Where the second class is a result of the first. The second class is the result of the first class. For example, I like to read. Why I like to read? I like to read. So I borrow a lot of books from the library. Right? The second class is the reason for the first one. I like to read, so I borrow a lot of books from the library. So this second class is the result from the first class. Since these are both independent classes, we will use comma before the subordinate before the coordinator. So he was exhausted, so he went to bed early. Why he went to bed early? Because he was so exhausted. So these are two independent classes. So we will use comma before the coordinator. So she was the most qualified candidate. So we gave her the job. Why she gave her the job? Why we gave her the job? Because she was the most qualified candidate. So this second class is the result of the why she got the job because she was the most qualified candidate. So these are two independent classes. We will use comma before the coordinator. So let's go to another example. He has been working harder lately, so his grades are improving. Why his grades are improving? Because he's working harder these days. So since these are two independent classes, we will use the comma before the support coordinator. So I'm a vegetarian, so I do not eat any meat. Why does not eat? Why I don't eat any meat? Because I'm a vegetarian. So the second class is the result of the first class, right? Let's take another example. She was hungry, so she decided to order food online. Why she decided to food or order online? Because she was hungry. So these are two independent classes. We will separate them. We will place a comma before the coordinator. So guys, that's it. That's it. That's it. The coordinating conjunction. We studied all the fanboys. As I hope you like my videos. If you like it, please do share it so the other student can learn because many students struggle to use them in English language. Thank you very much for listening.